Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan Brendefur from Developing Mathematical Thinking Institute, and today we're going to do some quick draws. And this is an activity that you can start with pre-K, kindergarten kids, and then we're going to do some advanced work all the way up into middle school. So the first thing that we do is I'm going to have a figure up here, and what I want you to do is to draw exactly what I have. So just on a piece of paper, no graph paper, try to sketch that out to make it look as accurately as possible or as precise. So if you pause me, now we're back. And one of the things that we're going to try to do is there's a really important idea within mathematics called transitivity. There's a nice formal definition that you can Google. This is a precursor to transitivity ideas. And one of the things that we're going to be working on is ideas within measurement. So one idea is I'm going to start with this right here. So taking two fingers and actually showing that length. I'm going to pull it off the piece of paper and I'm going to show you here. Now the goal of good transitivity is making sure that I didn't expand that, I didn't shrink it, that it's still that same size. So if I come back here, it still fits there. So then the first question I have is how many of these same size lengths do you actually find around this figure? So take a moment, pause me, and actually count. Okay, if you're back, let's take a look. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 of those lengths are all the same. So now we could also talk about this length. Is it longer? Is it shorter? How much longer? How much shorter? Here we can use our transitivity. We pull that off. That's about 2 of those smaller units. What about this one up here? This one's 2. And this is a really powerful idea that right around 4th grade that we need to know that this length here is the same as that length, and then that length here is the same as this one. So if that's 2 and one more makes this length 3. What about this final one over here? How many of these, if this unit is 1, how many of these do we have? So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's 4. Now, it may seem obvious to us, or a lot of adults especially, that, yeah, of course that's going to be 4. Where it comes into play at some later grades is you might be working on perimeter and area. And you say, well, if this is 14 feet long and this is 8, well, how long would this one be? And just that idea that knowing that this length would extend out and be the same as this one over here is not intuitive at all times. That's why doing these quick draws early and actually having kids focus on each of those different elements and what their relationship is. Okay, now I'm just going to advance it to do 2 more extensions. So another extension that really tells you how good you are in spatial reasoning is being able to rotate this. So if I said, okay, I want to pull this big looking block F, pull it off, and I want to rotate it to the left 90 degrees or 180 degrees. What would it look like? So if you pull this off, redraw it, students have to, there's the 3. This is going to rotate down to the 4. And then I'm going to have each of these. We'll see how good I do here. That's that rotation. And it could be smaller, it could be larger, that's okay. But basically that same size. Okay, so you can orientate and move to the right, move to the left. That's a great extension. You could also say, well, okay, maybe these aren't 1. If this is 5, what would be the perimeter? So we already know we have all these different 5s here. Add them up. This one will be 10, 15, 20. Or if you're in some upper grades, you can still do the exact same activity and say, well, what if this is a 4th? What if it's a half? What's a fractional amount? And you do the same idea. So to recap, the quick draws are really nice at just getting a basic geometric idea, which gets into measurement, being able to measurement, compare the different quantities, a really important idea of an early transitivity component, and then you also get some rotation and then some number applications with it. So go ahead and try some quick draws. We have a number of different tasks in PowerPoint and PDF that have a bunch of variations that start from very easy to much harder, more complex ones. So try them out, see what you think.